Join me as I dive into the surprising story of Pastor John Gray and see if I can uncover the truth behind his church downfall at just 52. Pastor John Gray has been a prominent figure in the church community, known for his dynamic leadership and passionate sermons. As the senior pastor of Higher Rock Cathedral, he built a reputation for inspiring and guiding his congregation through life's challenges. However, recent developments have raised concerns about the state of his ministry. What if the worship song that moved you to tears was never written by a human being at all? No prayer, no fasting, no personal testimony, just artificial intelligence. As AI-generated Christian music floods TikTok, YouTube, and even church playlists, a serious question is shaking the faith world. Is this innovation or is it crossing a spiritual line? And now, Pastor John Gray has stepped into the conversation, forcing believers to confront whether technology is helping the gospel or quietly replacing the heart behind it. In the last year alone, AI-generated Christian songs have gone from experimental novelty to full-blown viral phenomenon. Entire worship tracks are now being created in seconds, complete with emotional lyrics, anointed-sounding vocals, and production quality that rivals major gospel labels. Many of these songs are racking up millions of views. And in some cases, believers are worshiping to music that was never written, sung, or prayed over by a human being. This sudden shift has sparked a heated debate inside the Christian community. Some see AI as just another tool, no different from microphones, soundboards, or streaming platforms. Others believe something far more serious is happening. They argue that worship is not just about sound, but about sacrifice, obedience, and spiritual intention, things a machine can never possess. Adding fuel to the fire, Pastor John Gray has now publicly spoken up on the issue. Known for his bold opinions and willingness to challenge both church culture and technology trends, his comments have reignited the controversy. Supporters say he is asking the hard questions the church has been avoiding. Critics claim he is overreacting to progress that cannot be stopped. In this video, we're going to break down how AI-generated Christian music works, why it has become so popular so quickly, and what Pastor John Gray actually said that got people talking. We'll look at the biblical, theological, and ethical concerns surrounding AI worship, separate fact from fear, and explore whether this trend represents innovation or imitation. To really understand why this debate has exploded, we first have to understand how AI-generated Christian music is actually being created, because this is not science fiction anymore. This is happening right now, and it's far more advanced than most people realize. AI music tools are trained on massive data sets that include melodies, chord progressions, vocal patterns, lyrical structures, and genre-specific styles. When it comes to Christian or gospel music, these systems analyze thousands of worship songs, hymns, contemporary gospel tracks, and praise anthems. They learn what words are commonly used, how worship songs build emotionally when key changes usually happen, and even how lyrics reference God, faith, struggle, victory, and surrender. Once trained, a user can type in a simple prompt like, create a worship song about surrendering to God with a Halloween-style sound, or make a gospel song about overcoming trials through Jesus. In seconds, the AI generates lyrics, a melody, and sometimes even a realistic-sounding vocal performance. Some platforms allow users to choose male or female voices, emotional tone, tempo, and worship style. This is why so many people are shocked when they find out a song is AI-generated. On the surface, it sounds authentic. In recent times, Pastor Gray's church has faced significant challenges, including declining attendance and financial struggles. These issues have sparked intense debate and discussion among church members and the wider Christian community. Some have pointed to controversies surrounding his leadership style, while others have expressed concerns about his handling of sensitive topics. The pressure has been mounting, and it's clear that Pastor Gray is facing a critical moment in his ministry. The decline in attendance at Higher Rock Cathedral has been a major concern, with many longtime members reportedly leaving the church. This has led to questions about Pastor Gray's leadership and his ability to connect with his congregation. Some have criticized his approach to preaching, saying it's become too focused on prosperity and not enough on spiritual growth. Others have expressed frustration with the church's handling of internal conflicts. The challenges facing Pastor Gray are not just limited to his church, they also seem to be taking a toll on him personally. There have been rumors of health issues and increased stress, which have only added to the sense of uncertainty surrounding his ministry. As a prominent figure in the church community, Pastor Gray's struggles have sparked concern and debate among his peers and followers. The impact on his congregation has been significant, with many members feeling uncertain about the future of their church. Some have praised Pastor Gray's leadership, saying he's done a great job of guiding them through difficult times. Others have been more critical, arguing that he's become too focused on his own celebrity and not enough on the needs of his congregation. The criticism has been intense, with some calling for Pastor Gray to step down or change his approach. One pivotal moment in this narrative came when Pastor Gray delivered a speech that many saw as a turning point in his ministry. In it, he addressed the challenges facing his church and seemed to acknowledge some of the criticisms leveled against him. The speech was seen as a moment of humility and vulnerability, and it sparked a range of reactions from his congregation and the wider Christian community. The speech was significant because it marked a shift in Pastor Gray's approach to leadership. He seemed to be acknowledging that he couldn't do it alone and that he needed the support of his congregation. This was seen as a positive step by some, while others saw it as a sign of weakness. Regardless, it was clear that Pastor Gray was facing a critical moment in his ministry. The fallout from the speech has been intense, with many church members and observers weighing in on its significance. Some have praised Pastor Gray for his willingness to listen and adapt, while others have criticized him for not going far enough. The debate has been heated, with some calling for Pastor Gray to take a more radical approach to reform. The implications of Pastor Gray's downfall are significant, not just for his church but for the wider church community. As a prominent leader, his struggles have sparked concerns about the state of church leadership and the challenges facing ministers today. What does this mean for his future and that of his followers? If you have any thoughts on Pastor Gray's situation, I'd love to hear them in the comments below. Also, be sure to check out our video on church leadership challenges and how they can be overcome. You might find it really insightful. Thanks for the watching and subscribe.